And I believe that the UK is a phenomenal environment to conduct business in, to raise funds, to make sales, to get people off the ground. I'd just like to talk a little bit as well about how you find the differences of doing business in the UK. I guess both, economically, climate-wise, politically, if you want to say, compared to back in Australia. It's something I always like to talk about, with people who are from another country or have done material amounts of business in another country. Because I think, something that's, I guess, a bit of a stereotype, or let's call it Facebook fodder or whatever, is to really moan about British red tape and government standing in the way of small businesses and, other impositions that are put upon us. I have done business, or whether that's running a businesses in other countries. I mean, I've had multiple businesses in the US, and I have done business from a transactional perspective in certain other countries. And I believe that the UK is a phenomenal environment, to conduct business in. Yes, there's always, let's say, humps put in our way in all kinds of situations, in all kinds of circumstances. But I really find that the UK is a fantastic climate to raise funds, to make sales, to get people off the ground. I mean, the US is always talked about as the land of opportunity. But I mean, I don't know if you've done biotech business in the US, but I mean, having done normal retail type business in the US, I find the place a bloody nightmare. I mean, the rules, the regulations, the policies, the procedures, the length of time it takes to get a water tap put in a restaurant is absolutely unbelievable, and I really find it a massive business prevention. And I guess what I've experienced from a retail perspective can only be even worse from a medical perspective. But a couple of questions really. How do you find the differences between the UK and Australia? And for anyone out there moaning that the UK is a tough climate to do business in, maybe you as an international Aussie can give the UK a bit of a big up and tell these people to stop moaning.
You've answered everything for me. What you've said there, absolutely spot on, and it mirrors exactly my own. Not just thoughts, but experiences. So I really believe that you don't know how good you do have it in the UK. I mean, it's the reason that we're here.